Welcome everyone to the show. I am your host Don Vic. What's up? What's up? What's the vibes, everyone? Hope everyone is having a great day today. Um, you know, big shout out to all you viewers that watch the show, YouTube, Post Network. Big shout out to all my paranormal investigators around the world. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Also the P3 family, my man Matt. Big shout out to Matt. Uh, my boy Mike Wagner, Rebecca Mahan, um, and everyone else that has a talk show around the world. Big shout out to you guys, but definitely big shout out to all the fans and everyone that tunes in and watch the show. Thank you guys so much for the love. I appreciate you guys. So, I know I haven't been on here for a while, just been busy, working and doing some other things projects that I'm working on, but I appreciate the love that you guys show me and show the show. Thank you guys so much. So, you know, uh, today I had today I had a call. This morning when I was at work, that a friend of mine passed away this morning. An amazing woman, mom, wife, and talk show host by the name of Queen G Live Experience. Her name is Shauna Gibson, a very good friend of mine, and it just threw me for a loop. Hi Donna, kisses. What's up Toronto? What's up Canada? Big shout out to Canada. What's the vibes? T, what's up T-Bone? What's going on North Carolina in the building? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes. I see the love. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, T, man. That's what I'm talking about right now. She, besides being in the industry for 30 something years, doing the same thing that I do, hosting, doing interviews, being the sister of Tyrese Gibson. A lot of you might know him for Baby Boy, or might know him from Fast and the Furious. Um, they're blood brothers and sisters. So my condolences go to the Gibson family. Definitely Tyrese, her husband Eddie Bell. Big shout out to Eddie Bell. My condolences to you, Eddie Bell, and the family. Um, you know, I didn't get to say my goodbyes. Me and Shanta used to talk a lot. She used to text me, keep me on point. Gave me the ins and out of the industry because she's been in the industry for over 30 years. She told me what to look out for, and what to do and not to do, and always encouraged me, inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing. Because at one point I wasn't going to do this anymore. I was going to do other things. And she said, you know what? You're people's people. People love you. They watch your show. Just keep doing it. And because of her, I'm still doing my show. And it's just heartbreaking. What's up, Charles? It's just heartbreaking to be at work and to get a call. And the funny thing is that the person that told me was actually my cousin, which surprised me because I didn't know. My cousin don't know Shauna, so whoever he got the information from, I want to thank you guys for sharing it with my cousin to get to me. I really do appreciate that. So the fact that she's put in so much work and was there for me when I needed her, when I was down and I needed a lift. She was there for me. She was my mentor, at times. And to hear this to get this news today, man, it just threw me off. I've been thinking about this all day, how close, you know, um, her and I were. I know a lot of you guys probably don't know who she is, um, but she was an amazing person, man. She will give her last dollar to you if she had to. And we just, we met on the line, her and I, and we became so cool that I ended up going to LA. I ended up going to LA to meet her. What's up? What's up, my bro? IG, what's up? Love you, kid. I went all the way to Los Angeles, California for an event, but mainly more to meet her because she was so cool and I loved her energy, and her vibe. And it was like immediate friendship off rip. So we met there and ever and we were friends ever since, you know, and to lose her like that, um, it was just so painful, and it's still painful because I still don't believe it because I was talking to her not too long ago, and it just showed me how precious life is, and we take life for granted, folks, and when you start to lose people you love and you care about and you associate with or you in business with, and they start people start dying that man, you start to wonder when your ticket it's up, and that's what I've been going through my mind, like, when is my ticket up, when it's my time to go. um so what I want to do is cherish my time with you guys as much as I can, my family, my kids, and be remembered like Shauna. She will always be remembered in my heart, you know, and and I want the same, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Donna. Yeah, I figured it was you. So, folks, when you have friends like that, you got to appreciate friends like that, man, and talk to them and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them because you never know when your ticket is up. And I wish that I could have spoken to her this last time, you know, and I'm sure her husband is just losing his mind right now, and her daughters that are beautiful, and she was family orientated. She was everything. Like she was the whole package. From mom to a great host. Um, you know, great mentor, and and I wanted to come here and speak and talk about her because I want people to remember her for who she was and know who she is for those that don't know her. Um, so you know, her show Queen G Live Experience. I mean, I was on her page today, just going over her stuff and her smile, man. She had a beautiful smile that will brighten up a room. And it brought a lot of tears to my eyes because we were truly friends. And she is truly going to be missed. Yes, IG, she's amazing, fabulous woman. And for those that know her, know how special she was. You know, um, she always called me, try to check up on me, see how I was doing. You know, um, and congratulate me on things that I do, like the movies that I'm in and stuff like that. You know, she see my progress, and she was one of them that called me and congratulate me and made me feel like I was doing something right. You know, her knowing my background and where I come from. So those are things that I will always remember. And I will keep with me. And and I would also mentor mentor others like she mentored me. Because she always said to me, Victor, you got something special. You got something in you that you attract people. And I get it. I'm a people's people. I like to be around people. I like to talk to people, and I like to help people. And that's why me and her was so close, because we was on the same page. We was out to help people. Um, and she was one that put people before her all the time. You know, and that's why me and her was so much alike in those terms. And I just wanted to come here and just tell you guys how fabulous of a woman she was, wife, mother, and sister. You know, it is T. It is T. Life is actually really short, man. You know, a lot of us don't really have time to think about it because we so busy, enslaved with work. We're so busy moving around and working and trying to make ends meet that we don't really realize how short life is. You're here today, tomorrow you're gone. So now the question is, what do you want to do while you're still alive? You know, what are the things you want to do? Well, for me, I want to leave an impact. I want people to remember me for the good things that I do for people. Remember me for the great show that I do. For the good things that I do for others. You know, and for being a great father to my sons. You know what I'm saying? And and that's all I really want to do is just leave a legacy of people uh, to have good things to say about me, you know, and always remember me, because that's important, folks. And when you do that, if you be able to do that, then you did your job. You did your job. You left an impact, you know, um, and a legacy behind. And that's what Shauna has done. She is leaving her legacy of the Queen G Live experience, you know, of a great mom, a great uh, uh, wife and sister. So that's something I would love as well when my time comes, is to people to remember me and talk well about me and remember the shows and the movies that I'm in, and and be able to talk to your friends about a great host that you met, or and kind of helped you out, whatever it is that I may do for you, um, and always keep me alive. That's very important to me. So losing her um, was a big impact in my life, because when things went wrong or things weren't going right with me, she's the first person I will call. Say, Sean, I'm having this problem. What should I do? What can I do? How should I go about it? And she would sit there and tell me straight out, you know, um, how it is, and that's what I loved about it. She was always honest with me, no matter how she said it to me. It was always honest, and I'm grateful for that. You're right, IG. That's right. And and I just want to say this, right? because I see it happen. It's like it's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a trend, right? Don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. Don't look for me or talk about me when I'm dead. Talk to me when I'm alive. You know, uh, what I've noticed is trending is that you know when someone passes away, you get all these likes and all these comments and all these things, about how good or sorry this, sorry that. That's fine and dandy, but communicate like that with a person when they're alive. That's the key. When they're alive, not when they're dead. You know, and I've been noticing that, and a lot. Like someone dies, everybody praise this, praise that. So boom, boom, boom. You know, you're a great person. This guy was this and that. Okay, I get it, but do that. Show that love when the person is alive, when the person is active. Don't wait till a person die and then say, "Oh, there was a great person. I missed them. I loved them. They did this for me." Nah, I get it, but show the love when a person is still living, man. Like real talk. Do you guys ever wonder why a rose bush has thorns? Okay, here we go. Tell us, T. Yes, Charles. I agree. You have to because you never know when you never know when you're gonna go. And I agree 100%. This is why I do what I do, and I try to do everything I can. When I wake up in the morning and I go to work, whatever it is, what it is. But on my free time, I try to do everything that I want to do because tomorrow is not guaranteed, and we all know that, right? We try to stay healthy. We try to eat good. We go out. We work out. But none of that's gonna help when it's time for you to go. Because when it's time for you to go, your ticket is up. No matter what you're doing in life, how healthy you think you are, when your ticket comes, it's coming. Okay, ain't nothing gonna save you from that unless you get lucky, depending on what it is, and you survive. But when your ticket comes, usually you stamped out. So before that day comes, and we know we all got our days. Before that day comes, because you know it's coming, enjoy yourself. Tell your family, the loved ones, that you love them. Spend time with your loved one, with your partner. If you are in any um, arguments with your pair, make up. You know, tell those that you love them, because like Charles said, life is short. So make sure, man, that you step up your game. You know, and let your feelings out to those that you love. You know, and if you got a problem with someone that's a minor argument and you guys ain't talking, make up. Be the better person. Apologize and make up, because you never know if tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're not gonna get the chance to say, "I'm sorry, I love you, I miss you, and I apologize." You don't want to go away with that burden. This is why I say that I'm thankful and grateful for God helping me change my life. Because before I never told anybody I loved them. That wasn't even in my vocabulary. But today I'm a different man. I'm a changed man. and I know how valuable it is to tell someone that you love them. Because you don't, when you tell someone you love them, you don't know if they ever been told that someone loves them, or like you don't know, and you don't know the impact that you might leave in someone when you say, brother, man, I love you, man, real talk, for real. You don't know how that touches people. When someone tells me they love me and I know that it's a genuine love, bro, you don't know how that makes me feel. It brings tears to my eyes, you know, because where I come from, that word love, it's not even in the vocabulary. You know, it's if you hear it, it's in the movie or something else, but it's not coming from your neighborhood. It's not coming from your home. You know what I'm saying? So if you are that lucky to have someone say they love you and it's genuine, respect that, man. Take that, embrace that love, you know, because we live in some times right now where, man, if you can get I love you from anybody, stranger or cousin, or man, it's hard, It's because some things are created to be looked at and not touched. Let that sink in. I do more than sell custom made products. I hear you, T. Let's get it. I hear you, T. Right. Good point. Good point, Donna. At one point in my life, I hated enemies. I hated them to the death. It was, I was gang banging back then, so it wasn't nothing but love. It was everything was hate, and you can imagine the rest, right? But because the transition that I did over to becoming who I am today, I had to go through a whole lot of stuff in my life to be who I am today. As humble, as lovable, as caring, you know, as honest, as loyal that I am today. I had to go through a whole lot of stuff to understand everything, everything I just said. Because, you know, to become a man, it's not just being there for your kids and having a job and providing to your wife and kids. That's not just part of. There's a whole lot of stuff that you have to go do to be a man, and a wise man. You know, growing up for me, like I said, I didn't grow in a lovable environment. I lived good, you know. My parents gave us everything we wanted. We had stores, grocery stores. We got houses in Puerto Rico, land. We were good, but I was lacking that love, Like my mom, I love her to death. May she rest in peace. My mom, she was really old fashioned. She grew up in a rough environment when she was young. You know, um, when she came to the United States, she had to bring her sisters from Puerto Rico here, and so she was more like my aunt's moms. You know what I'm saying? She was like the head honcho to bring them here and then raise them here. So my mom never had a childhood. My mom never had a childhood. Everything was rough with her. So when we were born, I got that tough love. I had to be tough. And I guess that was her way of telling me she loved me, by the way that I was treated. And my pops was laid back, cool, uh, collective. He didn't really argue with us or give us any hard time. My mom was the real bad. My mom was she was like the tiger of the house. Whatever she said, go. Whenever she wanted, had to be there. And And so I grew up like that. I grew up, uh, I wouldn't want to say with a cold heart, but kind of sort of like a cold heart. Never heard the word "I love you." Um, till I got older. Till I got into my 40s. Late 40s is when my mom, she started getting older. She had Alzheimer's, you know, and then I said to her, "I love you," and she would say it back. She would say it back to me in a low voice, but she said it back. And that's when I knew that, you know, um, I got through. We were communicating now, um, and so this is why, I had to transition myself to who I was to who I am today, because I got kids. I got my sons, and I tell my sons all the time, "I love you," all the time. And I mean that. Because I was lacking love as a kid. I don't want my kids to lack that. I want them to know that I care and I love them. You know what I mean? And so, losing my friend Shauna today, this morning, just kind of broke my heart, because we said we loved each other, and respect to her husband Eddie Bell, but he knows what I mean. It was a friendship type of love. You know what I mean? No, we never disrespected each other. We knew our boundaries. It was a sister and brother love, and I'm gonna miss that, because she is an amazing person. And yes, true to that. You know, very true. Thank you. I'll never forget you either, Donna. You're amazing. You know, the thing I've learned in my life that made me better was to also learn how to forgive, right? Forgiveness is so hard to do, especially for me. I used to be one that hold grudges for a long time, for years. If I said he wasn't going to talk to you, and you did something to me, I hold that grudge for years. But because who I am today, I forgive. You know, I forgive people. I cannot hold a grudge anymore. For what? Over an argument or a misunderstanding that we had, money. I'm not going to let money or anything come between a good friendship. I might ignore a person for a while, because I might be in my feelings, but I don't hate nobody. I don't have hate in my heart. No, not anymore. No hate and forgiveness. Are two things that I've learned in my life how to do, and it took me a while to do. Because I come from a place, like I said earlier, that there was no love. I grew up in the streets. At the age of 15, I was already running the streets. You know, I barely came home. So all I knew was the streets. So the streets built an animal, right? And I was out there doing things that I wasn't supposed to do for a long time. So my heart became cold at one point. you know, and and because my house was cold, the streets were cold. I was just ruthless out there, and this last time that I went to jail back in 2004 to 2008, which was my last time I said I'm fed up with it, and I got into doing what I'm doing now. My whole life changed and stuff like that. But a lot of it had to do with meeting Shauna. You know, Shauna Gibson just opened my eyes to see something different, something new. She said, "You keep going, you keep pushing. Doors are gonna open for you." Because she knew I wanted to be an actor. She knew I wanted to get into the acting roles. And because that's what I love to do. I love to act. And she said, "Keep pushing, keep pushing. I know you're gonna do it, Victor." And I did. You know, I already had the engines going to want to become an actor, but she gave me that push. You know, she said, "Come out here to LA. Come out here in LA to to this event. I'm gonna introduce you to some people." I went out there. She introduced me to some people and whatever. And right after that, man, I started, you know, meeting people, directors coming on my show. People, hey, you want to be in this movie? Sure, why not? Boom, I'm in there. Hey, I got the script. You want to read the script? You want to be a part of this? Yeah, sure. Boom, I'm there. So, um, so because of her, believe it or not, folks, she and my co-host IG, he knows because he knows I talk to her a lot. Um, she gave me that push, and those are things that that I would never forget. And those are, like I said, memories and good times that her and I had. You know what I mean? And man, do I miss her so much. So I wish that I can tell her that I love her, and that I will always keep her in my heart and in my thoughts. If you don't tell your loved ones that you love them, you should start to. Always, T. And that's what I do, man. I try to enjoy every moment that I have. And you guys see me, I'm always with my sons, man. I'm with my son all the time. That's my life, and I want to make sure that whenever my ticket is up, he has all those memories to look back to. My videos with him, my talk shows, our time in the clubs, our times just chilling in the crib, just having a great time, vibing. I want them to remember me for that, for those good times, because half of my life I've been in prison, you know, half of my life I've been in prison. So I didn't get that chance to tell them I love them, or take them out places, you know, uh, and show them genuine love. Now this is all happening, and it's a great feeling. Don't mind me, I'm on my soft side right now, because my sister just passed away, and I'm just thinking of all the things that we talked about. It's like flashbacks right now, pictures of her in my head, of her smiling and telling me, "Victor's gonna be okay, you funny," now everything is coming running through my brain. So that's why I'm you know, a little sad right now. Facts, Charles. Facts. You know, so true. Yes. Amen to that, Donna. Amen to that. What's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for logging in. Appreciate you. Yeah. Um, you know, Charles, that's I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s out here in the streets of Boston and New York. If you guys don't know what New York looked like in the early 80s and Boston, listen, it was really rough out here. Only the strong survive. And yeah, yeah, T. You know, T, it used to shake me to a core at a point, you know, but I'm not scared of death anymore. You know, I'm not, I don't think I ever was, because at one point when I was younger, I felt like I was dead. I didn't have any love. I was running the streets on my own. I was my own boss. You know, like how how we say dead man walking. That's how I felt. You know, so I guess I had to go through all that to understand what love, respect, honesty, loyalty, you know, and all that other stuff means. Because you know, when you come up in a neighborhood like that and in an environment like that, all you know is go violence, stealing, robbing, drug dealing. That's all I seen. That's all I knew. For a long time, from like early '80s all the way up to 1990 something. That's all I knew. That was all in my neighborhood. So of course there was no one running around the block talking about, yo, brother, I love you. Your sister, I love you. There was no such thing, man. Not in those days, you know. And then coming from a home where I didn't hear the word love, you know. So, I had to go through all this transition to be who I am today. And before I used to laugh at people when they said, "Man, you tell that dude you love him, man. You crazy, man. You soft." I understand it now. Now I'm at the point where I understand it, you know, and it's a four-letter word in me so much, and I know that when I tell someone that I love them, for me to tell you I love you, I have to really mean that and feel that, right? And because I'm a people's people, I love everybody, and that's something that God planted in my heart because God know how cold I was, you know. Not saying that I'm weak, not saying that I'm soft, because I'm none of that. What I'm saying is that the transition of who I was to who I am today made me a better man. You know, and when you become a better man, and a wiser man, you start to understand what some of these little small words actually mean, to you. You know, Yes, Donna. I love you too, Donna. You know, Donna, you always been a friend to me, and you always been nice to me, and I know you got a good heart. I don't have to be there to know it. I can just tell by the way you carry yourself, by the way you express yourself to me, the time we have spoken in the past. You're an amazing woman, you know, and I love you for being who you are. Okay, because that's a different type of love. Okay, um, and but it's still love, you know, and the energy that you give out, um, your concern for other people, you know, you're just a special woman, you know, and I want you to know that, and I mean that, not just because I know you, you know, and we've been friends for. I say that because it's what it is, you know. That's who you are, and I know you've been through some stuff in your life, and that's okay. See, to make you stronger, to make you a stronger person, you have to go through some things in life to make you stronger, right? And you know, it's happened to me, uh, and I'm sure, uh, Donna, it's probably happening to you as well. But overall, you're an amazing woman. Your sister Debbie's also an amazing woman, and stay that way. You know, stay that way. Be yourself because you are an amazing woman. Okay, definitely, definitely. You know, I'm glad you said that, T. You know, my emotions. You know, I was a dude. You know, for you to see my emotions, man, you had to go behind doors. You know, you would never see me sad, cry, but and this is part of growing, because you know it's okay to cry, especially when you love someone, you know, or someone you know is so is special to you, and you grow this bond, you know, among each other, you know, because you know me and Shauna, we built this bond, you know, and because she, you know, she like me, she from the hood too, you know, just because her brother's is Tyrese Gibson, that doesn't change anything. He's doing Tyrese. She was doing Shauna. She been through homeless. She lived in the street. You know, she struggled. I know her struggle. You know, that's why we were so close. You know, because I felt her struggle. You know, and she was always honest to me, and that bond that we built just brought so much love out of me towards her. You know, so what I'm saying is this, folks. Like, talk to your loved ones, man. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much they mean to you. Spend some time with them. Everything is not money, you know. Everything is not money, folks. You know. So be a better person. You know what I mean? Be good to your wife. Be good to your children. I know sometimes. I know sometimes our women can take us out of the racks and say things to us that will blow our minds out of place, and sometimes we might say things to hurt them, you know, or belittle them. But inside of our hearts, we know that we care and we love them. So try not to put yourself in a place where you're going to try to disrespect her or say something to hurt her when you really know in your heart that you didn't mean that, that you love her. Instead of arguing with her, just tell her how much you love her or love him or whoever. Okay, because that argument could be the last argument you ever have. And if you had that argument And at the end of the argument, there was no peace. There was no forgiveness. You're gonna have to live with that burden. I don't want to live with no burden. I had enough in my life with the stuff I did in the past, and still to today, And this was like years ago. I'm talking about 20 years ago. Things that I've done, and still to today, I think about those things, and I wish that I could have been different. Because now that I know who I am, I know that that person in the past was just a phase that I had to go through. You know, and in my way, I hurt a lot of people. I said things to people that I shouldn't have said. I treated people like they shouldn't have been treated. And I'm okay with telling you guys this because that was me in the past. This is a whole new me, and I'm living to say this. I'm here today to still say this, and this is why I'm saying it, because if there's one thing that I want everybody to know is that you know when you genuinely love someone, it's a great feeling. When you know you can trust someone, it's a great feeling. When someone knows that you love them genuinely, that's a great feeling. You know. So now that I'm older, I don't see why it's necessary to be disrespectful to other people. You know, I stay to myself a lot because I still I still have problems with my temper and my attitude. It's been years ago, but sometimes people say certain things or do certain things that click my mind back to who I was, and I got to remember, you know, I got to sit back and remember that that's not who I am anymore. Because sometimes people have tendency to push your buttons. You know what I'm saying? People push your buttons to see you, see you mad or see you down, see you sad. Those people ain't your friends, you know. And along the way, as you get older, man, you start to see things different in people. You know, you notice right away if they're trying to hurt you, if they're saying things to really hurt you, or do they mean it or don't mean it. You know, love you too, Mike. Real talk. And thank you, man. Appreciate you. It's just so hard, Mike. And it's hard to see these things happen. You know what I mean? She's all the way in Texas. I'm here in Massachusetts. But I want you guys to understand things. The bond. I don't care how far you are from each other. If you guys build a bond among each other just by talking, man, that's that's incredible. I had a better friendship with Shauna. She lives all the way in Texas, Arlington, Texas, than I do with some of my friends here in Massachusetts. Real talk. I got friends that don't even tell me they love me. I tell them I love them, and they just be like, "But that's okay." Everyone for his own. I love them because for several reasons. I love them because they're my brothers and sisters. I love them because I love them because they need the love. they lacking love, and I want to be the one to give them love. You know what I'm saying? And let them know that listen, it's okay. You don't. Sometimes it doesn't. Love doesn't come from your circle or your family members. It comes from a stranger. You know what I mean? It comes from a stranger. And 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 I'm gonna tell you like this. I got a lot of friends. I know a lot of you guys. You know, from around the world that show me so much respect and love, and I appreciate that because it's good to feel the love, you know, back. When you give in the love is okay, but when you get it back, it's a whole totally different thing, you know. And I just want you guys to understand, man, that to love someone is just so joyful, you know. And 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 I don't know, man. It's just it's strange how God touched me, you know, because I wouldn't even be talking like this, man, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? God touched me in a way that it's unbelievable. You know, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. See, well, that's the thing. T. You know, I'm as real as they come. You know, but I need to hold some back because I need to say things. You know what I'm saying? But you know, ain't no faking me, man. You feel me? I I just feel so much pain right now. You know, because I knew that I needed to talk to her again soon, and now I won't be able to. You know, um, because I want to plan something, and I wanted her to be there. You know, and now she won't be able to attend, but I know she's gonna be there. You know, because I know I'm gonna feel her presence. And you know, guys, pay attention to your surroundings, man, and to your friends, and if someone needs help, help them. You know, because at this point in my life, I'm accumulating points, right? And why I say that because I've done so much stuff in the past that I feel like I need to make up for it. And by showing love and helping people and try to guide them the right way and to the right people and connecting them with whoever I can, I feel like I'm patching up some of that stuff. You know, um, I want to be able to I want to be able to sit near God, you know, and earn my position. Um, but this right here, what happened today, just opened my mind again. And for those of y'all that been on my show before, know that I already lost in the past 2 years. I probably lost 10 people or close to it, back to back. You know, I lost my mom, lost my pops in the same year, months apart. That was a big devastation to me. You know, then I lost my nephew a couple months later. Then I lost two of my homies 2 or 3 months later. So it was like four, five, six people in 1 year, back to back to back to back. So you know, I'm constantly getting bashed with all this bad news. You know, and it builds up in me, and and I need to let it go because and talk about this because I just can't let that build in me. You know, when you let things build inside of you, you can get sick off that. You feel me? You will get sick. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Likewise. Thank you. Appreciate. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. True. True. I see. I've slowed down a lot. I slow down. I had to slow down. I had to slow down, not just for me, but for my family. I've told a lot. I told my story in the past where I shouldn't even be here talking to you guys right now. You know, back in them times when I was growing up, there was 3 attempts on my life. I was they tried to murder me 3 times. That's the life I was living, and for some reason, I'm here today because God chose to have me here for a reason. I'm here for a reason today. I shouldn't even be here talking. IG knows. A few people that know me personally knows my lifestyle back then. But I know there's a purpose here for me, you know, and I know that because when God touched me, my whole body felt different. I was thinking different. I was talking different. Certain things that wouldn't scare me now. Certain things I used to talk about, I don't even talk about now. I'm afraid to talk about. So there was a change in my life and a love in my life for people. Because 20 years ago, I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care who you were, who you was. If I wanted something, I took it. And if you was in my way, I took you out my way. That was it. I can't do that today because my love for people is just crazy. Because now I understand how valuable we are. I understand how valuable life is. I know that I can cause pain with just saying words. I don't even have to put my hands on you. I know how painful that can be. I don't want that. I don't want people to do it to me, and I wouldn't do it to them. So what I'm saying here is, guys, is love more, hate less. You know, I'm not even going to say hate because that word hate is not even in my vocabulary. Love more and dislike less. All right, because when you start to love, man, you're going to see how your life starts to change, man. It's so beautiful when God can talk to you, you know, and guide you where you need to be. And God guided me to Shanta. No lie. He guided me to her. She guided me through this industry that, a lot of us are in that want to be in. This is not an easy ride. Shauna told me that a while ago. She told me, look out for this, look out for that. Everything she told me were facts. And now that she's not here anymore, you know, it's an impact. It's really, really bothering me. And I came here to let you know how special she was. Because people need to know, those of you that don't know her, need to know how special and amazing she was. Not on social media, but off social media. Okay. And I'm really going to miss that. Truly am. I've been here, and Andy, I've been here. Thank you for logging in, Andy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks. You know, definitely. Yeah, I know. I know where you're getting with that, Charles. I know that, but it's not the same. I get it, but it's just not the same. You know, the smiles are not there. You know, her beautiful smile, her eyes shining, her texture, the way she spoke to me. It's different. I know I can talk to her. Uh, but it's just not the same, Charles. It's just not the same. But I get it. Thank you, Trey. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Stacks? My son, love you, kid. Thank you. Okay, Sabrina, love you, girl. You know the vibes. So my son making jokes at me, but that's the thing. When when you when you get older and you get wiser, and you understand life more and you appreciate people more, your heart starts to get soft, you know, because now you're starting to understand feelings, you know, and and like I said, man, I live for my kids. You know what I'm saying? I spend all the time I can with them because I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna be here, but at least I can take those memories with me. Feel me? I can take those memories with me, and I'm okay with that. You know, and the fact that I can leave memories to them about me, good times we have together, time we spend together, whatever the case may be, they will have that. They will have this show to look at after I'm gone. You know, they will have films that they can look at and see their father in a film, leaving a legacy behind for my grandsons that may not ever see me. Be able to, my kids can say, that's your grandfather right there. This is what he used to do. And maybe inspire them to want to become a great actor, a great talk show host, a great singer, rapper, whatever the case may be. I want to leave. I'm leaving that legacy behind. And and you get older, you really don't care about what people think or say about you because you grow out of that, you know. And I'm in that point. I really don't care, you know. All I care is about my family and you guys that tune in and watch my show and show me love. I show the love back, and whatever that I can do to help, I'm gonna do that because that's what I do, you know. And for those that love me, I love you back, and for those that don't love me, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said earlier, there ain't no hate in my heart, you know. And and I wanted to come in here and say this because I think it's important for people to know. And thank you, man, Mike. I appreciate you, bro. This brother right here, man. This brother right here, Mike, folks. He from L.A. He's an actor as well. We never met in person ever. He was supposed to be in the same film in Desert Fiends, and you know we spoke. He was on my show, and our chemistry is a good chemistry. Him and I, we talk back and forth, we joke back and forth, but I can see that Mike and I can become really, really, really good friends. You know, and you can feel the vibes. And and the love. So, Mike, I appreciate you, man, and I always will. We're here to make a difference. You know that. Yes, yes, T. T. Sometimes I question myself. What is my reason? I mean, I have an idea, and I say that my reason is to here to help people and to and to spread the love and talk about God. You know, but sometimes my mind double takes. And I ask myself, is this what God really want me to do? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Because sometimes you feel like you're sometimes you feel like you're just losing time, like you're doing something, but you're not doing nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys ever felt like that. You're doing something and you feel good about it, and you see progress, but then you feel like, am I really doing something? And am I making a difference? Am I making a change? I feel like that at times, but I know that what I'm doing for others is a great thing. And I just want people to be a little more loving, a little bit more loving with others, because that's what I'm spreading, love. And love is God. I'm spreading the love of God. You can take it or you can leave it, and what I'm building with my kids right now is all love. Is I'm building a way for them to understand that you know the love that I have for them is authentic, is real. And I want them to show that to their kids, and I see that in my son. My son got it. My grandson, man, my son love that kid. And sometimes sometimes I wish I had that same love when I was younger that my son showed his my grandson. You know, I never had that. You know, I never had my father tell me he loved me. I know he did, but it was just a different type of love. It wasn't. the love that I was seeing in other kids, it was a it was a different love, you know. And when I see my son and my grandkids, you know, together and stuff, and I hear my son tell his son he love him, and the baby tells him he love him, you know, it touches me because I never had that. So during my transition to becoming who I am today, I tell my sons I love them, you know, because now I understand, you know, and I just trust me. I wasn't even going to come on here. I was just going to, you know, sit in my sofa and do what I needed to do there. But I think this is important because people need to hear this. You know what I mean? And maybe, you know, who knows? I'm maybe touch someone that has never heard the word love or it's not being treated with love. And if you're not, I want to tell you I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. And if you need to talk, you can always call me. Yeah, Mike. I think he has a plan for all of us, Mike. You know, he has a plan for all. He has a plan for all of us. What that plan is, we don't know, but we need to figure out who we are first as a person. You know, and whatever God has for us, it's gonna come regardless. But we as a person gotta be better, become better. You know, let loose of those people that are negative that are gonna bring you back to being who you don't want to be. You know, stay focused. You know, talk to God every day. I talk to God every day. You know, I don't read the Bible, and I got one there. I don't read it because my connection with God is different. You know, uh, He talks to me. I talk to Him. He talks to me through my soul and my conscience. So we got that communication. You know, and to tell you the truth, a lot of things that are in the Bible that we should do or we should go by, I already do that. Of just rip. You know, but folks, today losing my friend Shauna Gibson, may she rest in peace. Open my eyes again to something else. To something else. You know, I know a lot of you guys know me through social media. Some of you guys met me in person, but I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys for the respect you have for me and my show, for the love you guys show me, and for giving me an opportunity to be myself. Uh, I don't know it all. You know, I ain't no Houdini. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but what I am is honest, loyal, and I definitely love my people. That's all I need in my family. So, you know, thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you guys. You know, That's right, T. That's right. You know, and I'm sure a lot of us got. Thank you, Sabrina, and I'm sure a lot of you guys got your own stories. You know, your own struggles that you went through to become who you are today, to become that better man or become that better woman. You know, but that's okay. You know, that's okay because we have to struggle in life to become better and wiser, right? Because if what you done in the past, no, that wasn't no good for you. It was taking you to jail or whatever the case may be. You don't want that in your life now. So you learn from it. Now you got a story to tell. So either you become better, so so you either become a better person or you be stuck in the 80s and in the 90s and you just stay there and you just keep rotating and being that person and you're wondering why nobody wants to take you serious. Nobody respects you. Well, because you're not growing mentally. You're not growing. You're 50 years old or 40 years old and you're acting like you're 16 and 15. Real men don't do that. Real men grow mentally, grow wise. They can sit here and cry in front of you guys, in front of all you guys, like I did. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make me a sissy. Doesn't make me less than of a man. What it says is that I got a heart. I care about people, and this is real. You know what I mean? I'm not here for publicity, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell you what it is, how I feel about my friend, and things that happened in my past to become who I am today. Yes, and I appreciate you, T. You know, T. What the thing with you and me and a lot of us that come from this type of a background. I mean, I don't know what you've been through in your life, but I know by the way you talk to me and the way you expressing yourself, I know you had bad grow bad growing up, and whatever you've been through in your past made you who you are today. Made It's making you the person that you are today, and that's the beautiful thing. The change, the transition from who you were to who you are today. You know, and then you learn from that. Now you got a story to tell. You know, and maybe your story can inspire others. You know, that are probably in that situation that you was back then. How you dealt with it? How'd you get out of it? What did you do? You know, these. This is why I have these shows because not just for the rectors, but for stories like mine's and you guys stories that you probably don't even want to tell nobody because you feel embarrassed. You know that somebody's going to sit here and judge you. I'm not going to judge you. Who am I to judge? And anyone in my platform can't judge anybody because everybody got dirt. Everybody done something. Everybody got a story. So if I can sit here and tell you guys some of my story, you guys can do the same. And I say it because you never know who's watching that might be going through what we're going through or whatever the case may be. And something you say might snap into their head and you might save a life or you might open someone's mind, you know. And those are the special moments here on my show when people come in here and they talk about their life, right? And they talk about how bad they had it or how bad they were, and something in between changed their lives. those are stories that you can't take back. Those are stories that you can't make up. And those are the stories that I like, you know, real things. I mean, I love talking about movies and I like talking about, you know, music and everything else that we talk here in the show. But when it comes to personal stuff like right now, this is the stuff I like because it's touching, you know, and it's not just touching people, but it's also educating people. You know what I mean? And and you know, like I said, like I'm okay with crying here live in front of people. People probably say, "Look at this guy, he's here crying like a little." I don't care what they think because I'm original. I'm not sitting here reading nothing out of my screen or no paper. This is real. It is what it this is this is what it is. This is what this show is about. Reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have fun. Yes, we joke around. Yes, we talk to different people from around the world. But this is what it's all about, man. If you can't come to a show and be yourself and tell your story and cry because you hurt or you crying because you lost someone, then why have a show? I want people to come on my show and feel comfortable, be able to tell your story. And no matter what your feelings are, you can let it out because nobody here is gonna judge you. You know? And if you're judging people, then what makes you better than the next person? Like Jesus said, if you ain't never committed a crime or committed any perjury or anything, throw the throw the first stone. Trust me, ain't nobody gonna throw no stone. Okay, so these are the stories I like. And real quick before I let you guys go, I want to tell you a story with my girl Carrie. My girl Carrie, um, she's Caucasian. She came on my show a couple years ago, and she was afraid to come on the show because she felt like people were going to judge her because she was in a domestic relationship, right? And she came on my show. She told her story, and as she was telling her story, she started to open up more and telling me more about her story of her abuse, of her abuser and stuff, because she felt comfortable. That's what I want people to know. And it was a half hour show, and we went to about an hour and something because there was so much that she wanted to let out, you know, and I wanted her to let it out because it was the right thing to do. And you know, her story was amazing. She was through some abusive relationship where her kids were being taken. He was stalking her. She moved out of town. He moved over to try to find. It was really crazy where she had to move out of town. But she came on my show. She told her story. I felt bad because you know there was kids involved and she was being abused and I'm against all that. But bottom line, folks, I just want to say that I'm grateful for you guys. I truly am. Sending Hershey to I am thankful for being your friend. Thank you for accepting me to be your friend. I'm here. Whatever I can do to help, if I can do it, I'll do it. And stay focused, folks. Stay focused, and remember, keep love in your heart, man. Because if you got love in your heart, then you got God in your heart. Facts. And I'm telling you this because this wasn't me 10 years ago. It wasn't. God touched me, gave me a purpose, gave me a reason to want to live, gave me a reason to leave the streets. this could be part of my journey, what I'm doing now. This could be part of what God wants me to do. I believe in my heart that this is what He wants me to do, to spread the love of God, spread the love of, you know, us brothers and sisters, and hear your testaments, man. Really, you know. So I want to thank you guys for giving me this time to talk to you. Um, my condolences again to Eddie Bell, Tyrese Gibson, his family, and Shauna Gibson. I love you, and I'll see you again sometime. We definitely will meet again. And people, stay true to yourself, stay sucker free. And remember, anyone that wants to come on my show, you're welcome on my show. Send me inbox, text. We'll bring you on the show, and we'll give you a date. I got 3 people coming on Sunday, so tune in on Sunday. 3 great guests. One confirmed. I'm waiting on 2 others to confirm to bring them on the show. 3, 5, and 7. It's going to be a long Sunday with great people. So if you're not doing nothing, please tune in. Remember to share, because sharing is caring. And I love you guys. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go with peace, love, respect, and I'm out of here. Peace.